Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Repeat Ron, and today we are going to be going over another overclock for the deep rock weapons. This time we're going to be looking at the Drak-25 Plasma Carbine's Aggressive Venting. So this one, I have said before, is not one of my favorite overclocks, and it still feels kind of awkward to me. I understand why people like it though, and I do have more of an appreciation for it now than I did previously. That being said, it's not going to be like an overclock that you see me using real frequently when I'm streaming this or anything. Anyway, let's go over it. What it does is it overheats our gun quicker. We get less cooling from this. Both those are actually good things in this case. We get less ammo, which that one's kind of a downside to it. But we do get faster heat recovery at only 1.8 seconds. So you can overheat and have the gun cool down very quickly with this. And when it does overheat, it does AoE fire damage to everything next to you. Now, this doesn't have a super long range. You have to be somewhat close to the enemies. But for this, we're going to be trying to get real close, and we're going to be kind of pairing it with like a melee scout build. If you like running melee scout, if you like running vampire and berserker on scout, then you'll probably really like this overclock because it synergizes really well with that playstyle. For the build, I'm going with the high volume plasma feed. You could also go with the stronger plasma accelerator if you want the shots to go there faster, but I like the faster rate of fire with this build. More ammo, that's just to make up for the ammo that we lost. You could go with damage if you'd like, but I just can't pass up the ammo when we're losing ammo. In tier 3, we're going with hot feet. This is so whenever we overheat our gun, we move faster. I think this is 50% speed for about 2 seconds or so. I want to say it's around there. I'm not exactly sure what the timing is for hot feet, but it will help us move around a bit. Then I'm going with the overcharged PFC. You can honestly take any of these in this group. It really depends what you want. If you want more crowd control, go with the plasma splash. If you want more big enemy damage like against Praetorians, then the Resonance Amp is a good one. I'm just going with this to apply electricity as well because that will slow down enemies, making it a little bit easier for me to get close and overheat without getting too close to get hit. For our tier 5, I'm going with the manual heat dump. This is just so that I can overheat the gun once we hit 50% if I need to. Just kind of useful. You could go with the thermal feedback loop though too. Both are pretty good with this one, I would say. For a secondary, I'm going to be running the jerry-rigged boomstick. This time I'm going to go with compact shells. Really for no reason. I just wanted to use this one because I don't think I've really been using it a whole lot recently. This just gives us more ammo and a faster reload speed. So I'm going with more ammo, even faster reload speed. Now we're at about a 1 second reload, which is really nice because I'm not going to go with Born Ready for this loadout. High capacity shells so we have more pellets. Blow through rounds so we can hit multiple enemies. Fear the boomstick to scare enemies away. Pretty straightforward boomstick build there. Pickaxe, I'm running my usual stuff. For perks, I am running Resupplier. This is just so that I can resupply quicker. It just feels really nice to have. I'm running Unstoppable. This just pairs really well with the grappling hook if you're running momentum on it, but you could switch it out for plenty of other things like Sweet Tooth or something like that. Thorns, just so little things aren't eating me. And then I'm going to be going with Berserker instead of Beastmaster. Beastmaster would pair well with this too if you want a Steve running around. But Berserker's going to synergize really well with this because we are going to be getting very close to a lot of bugs. So we can potentially light them on fire with our gun, shoot them up with our gun, shoot them up with our boomstick, and, if need be, beat them to death with the pickaxe pretty much. Then I'm going to be running Heightened Senses as a secondary. It feels really nice to run Heightened Senses on Scout. Even in multiplayer, it's really good to run Heightened Senses on Scout, since you're likely going to be the furthest away from the team and you can get grabbed by stuff. For the flare gun, I'm running Duration build. For grappling hook, I'm running length, faster speed, and momentum so that we can get running. IFGs as our grenade. This synergizes really well with thermal feedback. That way we can slow everything down and burn it. You can pair this with cryo grenades or with the pheromone canisters either. I don't think the pheromone canisters are as good with this. The IFGs or the cryo grenades, I think, are the way to go. Alright, let's do a point extract mission. I think that would be fun. Oh, we have backbreakers. Cool. Backbreaker is actually really good to pair with Unstoppable for these missions, because you can move about as fast as you normally would, whether you're holding the crystals or not. Okay, here we are in the Hollow Bow. This is a big open area. Alright, well, let's try to get these then. Okay, hang on.
Shimmering light. Get it done, team.
We overheat the gun and burn everything, yes. And then we try to get away, and you can see how fast it comes back up, though. Yeah, maybe I should have paired this with Vampire since I'm running Berserk. I think that would have been pretty good. Now, we actually don't want to overheat it on ranged units because that's not going to help us. And if you're going to be running this particular overclock in multiplayer, you do sort of have to be careful because you have to be aware of what your team is also shooting at. You don't want to get too close and then, or you don't want to get too far ahead and have your team accidentally shooting you, which can happen more with this overclock than others. Yeah, there we go. I got rid of all the little swarmers. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, check this out. Alright, this is unstoppable plus the backbreaker stout. I can actually move pretty fast here. This is much quicker. That's pretty nice, actually. Alright. Calling this. Let's see if we... Oh, whoop, I overheated it too soon. There we go. Alright, throw the IFG in here. We're going to try to get the most value out of this and overheat our gun. There we go. That actually did really well. That killed pretty much everything right there. Oh, now I wish I had armor breaking. At least I got my double barrel. Alright.
Jaw-dropping experience.
That's not too bad.
Getting
Right,
supplies.
get some supplies.
Feeling much better.
There we go.
And goddamn overheating.
We can constantly keep doing this too. Which I think this is the most fun way to use the overclock. And it does work pretty well so long as you can keep everything in front of you.
That buzzing was
This
getting
build
on my
actually doesn't
nerves.
really struggle with much. It's more just getting used to how it actually works.
It's overheated.
Which feels very different than like the other ways that you usually use the Drak, since most of the time it's just shoot it at the enemy. But I can understand why people like this. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun overclock. Alright, well, we're only missing one of each, so... Oh, well,
Mine it.
there's our last crystal, then we just gotta find... Oh, there's the pressure plate. Ah. Hang on, I can get that. Now leave me alone, bugs. I'm looking for another bug. There he is. Take that, you little bugger. Alright, there we go. That's everything. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Overheat for the win. No, there was Jadits here too. There's two Jadits here. I know I seen that one earlier, but didn't think about it. I don't really need Jadits, but it'd be nice to have them. Alright. And we still got one use of our resupply left. Try to get through that. Yes! Overheat the gun!
Think you can kill me? Well, think again. It's overheated. Bunch of slowpokes. Ha!
Yeah, there we go. Really overheat the gun. Alright, well we have Berserker. We haven't used it yet.
Raise the picker.
Probably should, huh?
Big dog.
Especially against an oppressor. Yeah.
And goddamn overheating. Flares up.
We're at some more flares too.
I'll never.
Yeah, killed the
smell
Praetorian
my
pretty
arm.
quick there. You get down from there. Otherwise I'll just keep shooting you from down here.
It's overheated.
Alright.
Drop pod's on the way. Hang in there.
Yeah, come here, drop
I'm
pod.
taking some of the ammo.
Grab my resupply, 'cause why not?
It's overheating.
Uh-oh.
Drop pod arrived, waiting for takeoff. Drop pod departing.
I take it the
in
grabber
minus
died.
3 minutes.
I find it funny that the double barrel can still actually hit something from that far away. Like without the was it shape shells overclock? If it had been shape shells, I might have just been able to straight up one-shot that thing. Alright, well, that's drop pod. Let's get out of here.
Extraction commencing.
Goodbye, bugs! Alright. That was a pretty short mission, but point extracts usually are. The aggressive venting worked really well on that map. It works better against crowds of either swarmers or against grunts. It doesn't work incredibly well against large enemies, so I wouldn't recommend taking this on like a dreadnought missions. It's not super consistent there. You could still make it work, but it wouldn't really be for the actual like dreadnoughts themselves that you're fighting. Pretty fun overclock to actually use. You usually want to build for it though. I would recommend this build. Like I said, there are a couple options here though. In tier 1 you can pick a couple different ones. In tier 4 you can pick anything that you want here. I would recommend like the extra ammo and the hot feet though. Those two synergize really well with this. And I would recommend something like the IFG or the cryo grenade if you want to run it. Super fun against crowds. Pretty good on Swarmageddon too if you want to take it there. I'm not sure if I would necessarily want it over like the bouncy rounds, but it can be nice. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the aggressive venting Drak. It's a really fun overclock. I will be doing a couple more of these because we still have the thermal feedback, the shield battery, and the rewire mod. I don't think I've made videos about. So we'll be talking about that. We'll also talk about some of these other overclocks too with the other weapons in their own video. But thank you guys so very much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did and you're new here, be sure that you get subscribed. That way you get notifications whenever I post them. Special thanks to the supporters of this channel. These are my members over here on YouTube and my patrons over on Patreon. They get early access to videos like this. And if you would like to be a part of that, you can. There are links down in the description. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!